What's going on, people? My name is Ryan. This is My Free Mind. Alright, cool. Look, this is a very quick video. Today I seen a video from big Tobz, East London rapper. I rate him. Do you know what I mean? Oh, this video in no way is an attack or a direct response. It's not a negative video, essentially, was what I'm trying to say. However, in the video, and I'm going to show the video before I get into it.
Like there'll be a picture of like a really wealthy man, like that's worth like millions, yeah? And he just wearing plain clothes, like no chains, no Gucci, no nothing. And then someone's going to be like, well, yeah, look at this guy worth 10 million and not one Gucci belt or not one chain, like da-da-da-da. Blood, so fucking what, blood? You can't compare that guy, yeah, to someone from the ends that's been grinding, that only makes certain thousands a week, that wants to wear Gucci. But if so man can't wear designers and chains because they're millionaires are just plain. Don't fucking compare man from the ends to that fucking man, blood. Don't compare, man. Like, you want a man that's been grinding, bought his chain, bought his Gucci belt, you want him to feel shit now because there's a 10 millionaire businessman that lives a totally different life. That more time, yes, them broke niggas that can't even afford that shit that are fucking trying to say, oh, look at this guy, he doesn't need to wear, he's not wearing Gucci, and then look at my man. Shut the fuck up, blood. How about that?
I agree to a certain extent, but also I think that there's a flip side to it. Do you know what I mean? And I think that flip side is not promoted enough amongst our generation. All of us guys have grown up in the hood, yeah? All of us have grown up watching Jay-Z, watching 50 Cent, watching Chris Brown even. When you come from the hood, like us, when you come from not having nothing, like us, when you come from always seeing the fast cars, the nice girl, as soon as you get money, I understand the reason as to why certain man want to go and get the watch, want to go and get the Gucci belt, want to go and get anything to emulate the same success that these rappers have. I get that. Yeah. However, when you're in school, no one tells you about life insurance. No one tells you about investing in the stock market. No one tells you about property. No one tells you about, like, but we come out of school not even knowing what a dividend is. Do you know what I mean? So where we're coming from, that place, the only thing that we have to relate to is a rapper that is talking about selling drugs, that is saying he comes from holding a mash and rah rah rah. That's all we know. Yeah. So as soon as we get this money, or what we class as money, yeah, we want to get the chain, we want to get the blah blah blah. So I get it, yeah. And for a man that's on the road putting in work, yeah, sometimes more hours than a 9 to 5, putting in work, and finally gets a grand, finally gets 10 grand in his hand, yeah, we look at a chain and a Rolex as almost like a trophy, yeah. And that's sad, because that isn't wealth. Yeah, that isn't wealth. That isn't what we should be aspiring, or that shouldn't be the goal. Yeah. Now, for me, if you're gonna take up 10 grand and go buy a Rolex, yeah, if the motive behind it was to say, you know what, or a chain, if the motive behind it was to say, yo, look, I'm gonna spend this money on this chain, I'm going to buy a gold chain, hold on to gold, the price might appreciate in about 10 years and I'm going to sell this gold chain. If that was the motive behind it, then I'd understand it. But a lot of the time, we want to buy the chain and the Rolex to stunt on niggas. We want to buy the chain and the Rolex to say, yeah, boom, I now am successful. A chain and a Rolex should not validate how successful you are. And I think that's where we're going wrong. So like I said, I agree with Big Tobz when he's talking about, yeah, a man, you know, he's putting in work. And eventually you put in work, you get the money, you want to go and show that you've put in that work. And sometimes a Rolex and a chain is a visual representation of how much work you've put in. I'm from the hood. I know man in the hood. Do you know what I mean? I know man that are on road. We all do. Yeah, this ain't alien. Whether you're from Tottenham, South London, North London, Hackney, whatever it is, every man knows man that are putting in work on road or putting in work anywhere. Let's not even talk about the whole of the estate, yeah? Let's talk about, you got 10 man on an estate, yeah? All of them have Rolexes. All of them have chains and a pinky ring and a Gucci belt, yeah? So a lot of the time we're talking about 20 grand, yeah? 10 man have spent 20 grand, yeah, on these jewels. 200,000, yeah. Do you understand what can be done with that? Yeah, we're talking about serious money, and we're just talking about 10 guys, yeah, 10 guys. Yo, what I'm saying is, I can't knock the hustle, and I'll never knock the hustle because I understand the whole thing about the system and how it perpetuates crime and rah rah rah. And if you got a certain group of people where it's poverty stricken, crime is gonna happen. You got to get it how you get it. You know what I mean? Whether it's, we know what we're talking about. Yeah. All I'm saying is, you got 10 guys. All of you have got Rolexes. All of you have got chains. All of you have got Giuseppe's. All of you have got whatever. Yeah? That should not be the aim. Yes, it's nice to have. Yeah? Yeah, it's cool to have the Mercedes. But don't be driving the Mercedes and pulling up on the council estate. We don't own that. We don't own that. Yeah? If you got 10 man and 10 of you can put together 20 grand. Yeah, we're talking about 200,000 pounds. Yeah, do you know what could be done with that? Do you know what business you could start with that? Do you know you can go buy a house in cash with that and rent it and then do it up a little bit and sell it on and then break down that profit between the same 10 guys? Do you know what I mean? Rinse and repeat. Keep doing it. Keep doing it. Get bigger and better. Like, I know so many OGs that have been on road, that have got the chains, that have got the blah blah blah, and all 10 years later, all they've got to show for it is the chain and the rah rah rah. Yeah? Now we'll talk about Gucci belts and all of that. Drake can talk about whatever and say, yeah, under my clothes, my Gucci belt. Look, that's cool. Yeah? But the image that you're portraying to the younger guys, yeah, that have not got Drake money, have not got Weekend money, them boys are the only thing they're thinking is, yeah, but he has got a Gucci belt. So they're going to go, they're going to be spending their uni money, their 9-to-5 money on getting this Gucci belt. Let's just pause for 1 second. Most of these high-end designers don't give a fuck about you or your ends. They don't care about us, let's be honest. Yeah? You think they care about some little niggas running around in Hackney? They don't care about us. I'll tell you what the maddest thing is, yeah? Me as a man that come from the same place as you, man. Yeah, same hood, same poverty, same rah rah rah. I come from there too. Yeah, if me as one of you lot was to set up a shop and say, you know what, this is my high-end fashion range, you lot ain't gonna support. You ain't gonna be taking that £500 that you'll go and give to Balenciaga or whoever. You ain't gonna come spend it in my shop. Yeah, we need to change our way of thinking. So we're aspiring to go and get these things when instead, like, why don't you go make your own shoe? Don't pay £750 to go get some Giuseppe's, yeah? Why don't you make your own shoe? Be the same price, more or less. Why don't you make your own shoe? And even if you couldn't, why don't you have the idea to do so? That's what we need to start thinking like that. Do you know what I mean? Like I said, I understand it. Yeah, I understand it. I'm from the same place, yeah? However, we need to start thinking about, okay, cool. So I've got my little 5 grand here. What am I going to do with that to turn it into 10? Buying a chain don't come into that plan, yeah? It's all well and good to have the Rolex. I like Rolexes. Like I said, our motivation behind getting a Rolex ain't because we're looking at the financial benefit. We're not looking at that. We're not saying, yeah, well, do you know what? You could hold a Rolex for about 25 years and it will still sell for 5 grand. 25 years later. We're not thinking about that. What we think about is, okay, cool, so I'm going to wear this Rolex so I can throw champagne on it. And I've seen niggas do that. Just money in general, our education is really low on it. Do you know what I mean? I would encourage everyone to make sure they have some financial understanding, yeah? You need to know that to maneuver in this world. Now, Les Brown says, money's not the most important thing, but it's right up there with oxygen. And that's some real shit. You try living without money. I don't care about, yeah, you could be happy without money. Listen, you ain't going to be happy when you're living on the street. So I get this whole thing, this affinity that we have with money. And this is something that I want to leave everyone with. Instead of buying your Rolex, instead of buying your Gucci, instead of buying your whatever it is, yeah, the next time you go to purchase something like that, ask yourself, 1, yeah, do I have enough money to buy this Rolex 3 times over and still be okay after? Yeah. 2, do I have at least 6 months savings to make sure if my job don't work, or if I lose my job, or if my financial situation right now messes up, I will be able to live fine for 6 months if I buy this Rolex. At least 3 months. Yeah. And if you can't, then you really should not be buying that Rolex. I don't want to see man buying a Rolex and rocking a chain and walking up or taking the elevator into a council estate. Yeah. I get it. But the motive, the view, the vision has to be, let me move mums out of this council estate before I go and spend 20 bags. It's 20 bags to get you a mortgage. Also, if you do want to come together, you do want to put some money together, hit me up. I'm sure my contact details will be somewhere. You know what I mean? Hit me up and we can talk about that. Anyway, my name is Ryan. This is My Free Mind.